Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Once again, it is with great gratitude that I can come here. I will continue the topic I discussed yesterday. I know many were thoughtful. Many have asked themselves, what can I actually do to help a brother? In your world, in your society, everything was well planned for the greater good of those who hold the reins of the situation. Every end of the year, you were supposedly told that I was born. I will not go into this here and now. It is a belief that is already very widespread, ingrained I might say, in their minds and even their cells. It wouldn't be up to me here and now to want to end it all. I would just like to reflect, why so much manipulation around a date? I would say it is more of a commercial date than a spiritual date, because few remember what is actually celebrated, which would be my birth into this world. But this is not the focus of our conversation. Continuing what I said yesterday, the purpose now is to move towards equality, to alleviate suffering and hunger. Much has been said that the planet does not have enough food for everyone. This is a lie. The planet's land is there, you just need to grow food. Not living food, food where the heart beats, but food that comes from the heart of Gaia. Is there interest? No, it does not exist. There is an interest in increasingly eliminating green areas, but not to generate food, good food, energetically speaking. But going back to the date of my birth, why so much pomp? Why do you decorate your homes only at this time? Why not decorate them all year round? Because you were encouraged to decorate, to prepare for my arrival, in this case my birth. The planet is illuminated. I'm not going to say it's not a beautiful spectacle. Yes, it is beautiful, but does it provide any benefit to you and Gaia? I would say no, because energy consumption is at stratospheric peaks, and who benefits from that? Those who hold the power of their own energy, in this case electrical energy. I'm not condemning the date, I'm just commenting on everything that was set up for the date to exist. And over time, several actions were created around this date. And I ask you, who is hungry? Is he only hungry at this time? Who is hungry, only eats at this time? That's what many think. It's getting close to this date, so everyone is getting ready to donate to those in need. And the rest of the year, what do those people eat? So, I would like you to think a little. Why only on this date? Because on this date, families get together, only often as a matter of protocol, because there was barely any talk at the time of supper, where I was supposed to be sitting there, sharing with everyone. But hearts are tight, hearts are sad, angry. But everyone is there celebrating, ironically with my presence. Your stance is interesting. So why can't meetings be held year-round? Does my birth have to be involved for families to come together? Is it necessary to use a date created by you, so that everyone can gather around a table? I like to think not. Family, as the name suggests, is a gathering of people who are related and some not so, who come together from time to support each other, to love each other, to talk, to laugh together. Not just because of a protocol, where the vast majority later come out speaking badly about what they experienced that night. The food wasn't good, the guys' clothes were horrible, the reception was terrible. And where is the spirit of the big day? Where was the love that I emanated at that table at supper? Apparently I wasn't able to reach the vast majority, because no one left with their hearts celebrating, because I was at the table. You usually call me and I sit at the table, but you ignore me. They don't ignore it in the sense of not paying attention to me, they ignore it in the sense of not emanating the love that I'm putting on that table. The feelings around the supper table are varied, from the most elevated to the most petty. So where is my presence at that table? I would say it isn't, because I would never sit at a table like that. You can even call me, I will bless your table, but I will not sit at it. Because for me to sit at this table, it is necessary for everyone to emanate love, everyone to receive that energy that I transmit with an open heart. But this is rare to happen. You unite only by protocols. So I would like you to think about what this date brings to your heart. For many people, it is a joy to receive gifts. And do you think about those who will gain nothing? Is exchanging gifts an important factor on this date? But is it for everyone? I say no, the vast majority will receive nothing. Because there isn't even anything to eat, how will there be gifts? Many may ask me, is it important to exchange gifts on this date? I would say no, that if my birth were celebrated correctly, it would be a worldwide moment of unity between everyone, where everyone would join hands in one thought and be grateful for everything they received. This would be the celebration of my birth. But as the date has existed for a long time, I won't, for now, be able to change it. And then, I ask again, what do you do for those who have never received a gift? You exchange very expensive gifts, but you are unable to donate a small gift to someone in need. So I would say that, in all of this, hypocrisy prevails. You take care of hunger during this time, the rest of the year you die of hunger. Because no one remembers, they only remember this date. Why? The rest of the year do people hibernate? Don't eat? Do they only eat at the end of the year? So I would like you to think about it. I understand that you won't be able to change the world, but if everyone did a little bit, on this festive date that you created, everyone would be happy. We could all celebrate this date with love in our hearts, not with sadness for not having anything to receive, not even to eat. And what do you do about it? How do you behave? So I'm insisting on this issue, hunger, because it's pressing, it's urgent. Who determines who will go hungry, deep down, is each one of you. Everyone is to blame, not just their governments. Everyone is to blame. Because I insist again, if everyone did their part, there would be no hunger. If everyone didn't waste, didn't throw away good food, there wouldn't be hunger. But each of you practices this daily, with a few exceptions. This is loving your neighbor, my brothers. When I said, love your neighbor as yourself, do you fulfill this sentence? No, because you don't love each other yet so that you can love your neighbor. The day you love each other deeply, you will be able to love others without distinction. So each of you do your part, it's not just today, it's not just on this festive date, it's all the time. Learn to see each other as a brother, not as a stranger. And I insist, don't make judgments. Many open their mouths and say, I don't give it because you won't know how to use it, you won't know how to make the most of it. This alleviates their guilt. So you've already determined for yourself that you're right, you won't give it because you won't know what he's going to do. You judged and condemned him to continue the way he is, and appeased his guilt, because there is a reason for you not to donate. That's it. So once again I insist, you will not be the judges. By donating, by satisfying someone's hunger, not once in a while, always, then I will say, that you are doing your part. Now, whether the one receiving will know how to make the most of it or not is no longer your problem, he will reap what he is sowing. So many of you don't donate, because you don't know how the other will receive, what they will do. It's not your problem, it will be their choices. So do it. Each of you do your part. Do not judge the one who will receive, because if you donate while judging, do not donate, stay as you are, because when you donate and judge it is even worse than not donating. So make the donation with your heart, make the donation thinking about what that human being needs as a whole, not just on that day, not just at that time. The analysis needs to be much deeper, there needs to be a commitment on your part to help. It is not sporadic help. Those who are hungry every day, those who are hungry don't just eat on festive dates, they eat every day. And it's not up to you to judge them, as to why they got to this situation. It's up to you to each do your part. This is the essence of wisdom. And if everyone does their part, much will improve. Because those who are hungry don't think, those who are hungry don't live, those who are hungry hate, those who are hungry kill to eat. I'm not justifying this, I'm just saying what reality is. So if everyone does their part, a lot will change in the world as a whole. So think a lot, what do you actually do for others? Do you satisfy someone's hunger? I would say that clothes, work, are essential, they are. If you have the possibility to collaborate with this, do so, but not everyone does. Now everyone can satisfy hunger, because the one who is hungry shares the little he earns with the one who is hungrier, and doesn't care about it. And do you care? Knowing that they have a plate full of food and end up throwing half the plate away, when so many are going hungry. So think about it. But always have in your hearts, non-judgment. The important thing is that you do it. What will happen on the other side is no longer your problem. It's the same thing as forgiveness. You ask for forgiveness, with this you free yourself from an immense burden of feelings, it will be up to the other person to forgive you. Now if he doesn't forgive you, it's no longer your problem, it's his. So always think this way. Do the best that each of you can do, no matter how the other receives or how the other acts. They hurt without judgment. I am leaving many points of thought for you here, and I will do so many times. These are teaching points for the fifth dimension. No one will go hungry there, because everyone will have the right to everything. Are you ready for this? To give food to whoever asks, whoever wants? Or will you maintain this mentality that no, only those who deserve it receive it? So, shall we start changing minds? Let's bring love and equality to everyone? I really hope so.